to Good Afternoon Ghana. I'm Francisca Kakra Forsen. It's Friday and we're taking it easy. Guess where we are today? We're in a kitchen. Well, a makeshift kitchen. My guest is called Sweet Adjeley. We'll be making something delicious and healthy as well. Remember that you can join this conversation on social media. You want to go to Metro TV Ghana on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Send your messages as well. Use the hashtag Good Afternoon Ghana. You can also send a message to the number that will be displaying on your screen. Please do not call the number, just send a message. When we come back after this break, I'll tell you about this lovely lady who's been making our mouths water on social media. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Good Afternoon Ghana with me, Francisca Kakra Forsen. And welcome, Sweet Adjeley.
Thank you.
So is that your real name or that's a foodie name you've got on there?
Okay, so growing up, everybody thought I was sweet. So it just suits me to add that to my name, which is Na Adjeley.
Okay.
So
Na Adjeley, just that.
no, well, my name is Marklina Na Adjeley Kwe.
Okay. So why do they think you were sweet? Were you already making sweet meals at that time?
I was just quiet and I didn't like trouble. And so it was easy for everybody to like me. So
And it turned out to be a pun. What are we going to make today?
So today we're making contomere stew.
Okay.
Yes.
I love my greens.
Me too. Unfortunately, I can't get contomere readily available, so I usually use spinach. So I'm really excited that, I get to enjoy that today.
And it tastes the same?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else we're adding to contomere?
Well, okay, so today we're making like seafood contomere stew. There's no meat, only we have some crabs, we have mackerel, we also have wele, and
I like wele.
Okay, good, me too. And agushi. So yeah, and then of course the contomere, which is the main ingredients. Very simple and it should be quick.
Okay. Just getting to know you before we start cooking, or before you start cooking, I'll be helping.
You cook today.
I'll pretend to be cooking. I'll do my best to pretend to be cooking.
Okay.
I haven't been in the kitchen in a long while, but I'll do my best. But getting to know you, I was reading about you. Seems like you've had a certain journey and relationship with cooking or food generally.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So when I was in JSS, I liked the food and nutrition class, and then we get to cook sweetie tins and then we bring some home. So I always enjoyed that.
Okay.
And transferring to secondary school, you have to choose the course that you want to take up, and I wanted to be a air hostess, now popularly known as flight attendant. But they didn't have a course for that. So in order for you to do that, you had to take up home economics. So I went to Tema Secondary School and I took up home economics there.
And after that, what did you do with the home economics?
I didn't finish. Okay. So when I went to Form 2, I traveled out. So I went to high school, regular high school, and finished it. And then from there, I went
Nothing related to food?
Nothing, because the school I went to, they didn't have it. So when I went to high school, it was also a vocational school, but I took up dental assisting. Okay. So, but after that, I went back to food and ended up in the New York Restaurant School, now known as the Art Institute of New York.
So how was New York?
I should say I grew up in New Jersey, so I didn't really care for New York. I just went to school there.
Okay, and how was the school?
It was excellent.
Okay.
I learned a lot, especially my favorite was the knife skills.
What about the knife skills? That sounds scary.
Yeah, because when you're watching somebody else cut, you think they're going to cut themselves. But when you learn how to do it, you know how to hold your finger, hold the knife, and not cut yourself. So
how do you do that? Because they do it really fast.
Yeah.
And it's deep.
Because you got to cut it completely, and you have to have a certain pattern that when you start with, you want to finish with it. So Usually your left, if you're left-handed, then you're right. If you're right-handed, your left finger have to always know where the knife is, and you don't put your fingers this way. You have to do it this way, and the knife should be touching so that you know where the knife is at all times. So it may seem they're not doing that, but yeah, they
But
did.
what's the big deal? Can't you just cut it anyway, just to make sure that it's cut?
Well, in Ghana, we usually don't use cutting boards, and we're pretty good with our hands that way. But outside Ghana, and even on YouTube or social media, should I say now, when I cut the Ghanaian way, people get nervous. So yeah,
Because
knife.
we're doing it in our
Yeah, so
palms
our
most of the
palm is
time.
pretty much the cutting board.
Yeah.
And although I know I'm not gonna get cut, and you know you're not gonna get cut, the person that is new to is really nervous for you.
Okay. Talking about YouTube, you've become a sensation on YouTube, a YouTube chef, if I may say. How
Yeah.
did that all start? You have what, over 600,000 subscribers
Hmm.
coming to watch what you cook. I don't know if they get to eat some, but that's very loyal.
Yeah, not everybody don't watch, but yeah, to get to, I'm even surprised as to how I got there. So I'm grateful, I'm thankful. There must be something they loved about me to make them click the subscribe or follow button. So,
So you studied to be a chef.
mhm.
Why YouTube? Why did you decide to put that on YouTube? Typically, somebody will open a restaurant, have
Right.
people come in.
Okay. So me being a mother and a wife, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I didn't really have the finances to open a restaurant. So I I will cook for, like, in case somebody have an occasion, I'll cook something. At times when family members need a recipe, they'll call me, Adjeley, they have feel anything, or
For free?
yeah. So
I hope
um
it's not still free.
uh, it is.
Okay. Family doesn't help business.
I've seen that sign in a business, and I think we have to rethink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Too many freebies.
Yeah. But initially I was working in a restaurant in New York,
Okay.
and the restaurant was in the World Financial Center. So I went to New York every day from New Jersey. I lived in Newark at that time, so it wasn't far to go into the city. But after 9/11, I didn't want to go back. So
So, what happened to your food journey then?
well, during my internship after restaurant school, I got burnt with marinara sauce, which
Oh,
is
sorry.
pasta sauce. Somebody was, I guess that's why it's good to go to school. They were transferring it from one pot to another, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't make sure that the
Oh,
second pot was on a sturdy surface. So I guess they got burnt and they let go. And I was just standing there cooking, and it just splashed on me, and I ended up in the emergency room, and I had to stay home for about 3 months with therapy and everything. And then once I went back, every little sound was making me panic. So I didn't enjoy it the way I went into it.
so you were totally put off.
Yeah, I was put off, and then I started a different career, got married, and I was just home. Sometimes I'll make cakes and sweet stuff for my kids and family. That was really what I was doing.
After this terrible incident and the mental aspects of it putting you off, how did you then find your way back to food as we're sitting here today?
So in a restaurant setting, the kitchen is much larger than my own kitchen. And I had to cook for my kids, I had to cook for my husband. That I was okay. I felt like I was in control. Nobody else was there. I was there by myself. So even now when I'm cooking, I usually don't want nobody there. And I guess that's because it's in America too. It's
Okay.
easier for you to just go in, get it done, and get out, instead of, but if it's in Ghana, you can have your kid here, fanning the fire,
Staring as I
stare,
will be doing.
is So
So it's your family that reignited that passion.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Do they know that?
Maybe not.
Well, they've played a key role in your
Yes,
life because
yes,
it's something you loved,
yeah,
you departed from it, and now you're back to it.
yes.
So, you're also on Instagram.
I'm not that good, but I'm there.
You haven't met me. And then Facebook as well.
Yes.
And how's the reaction there? Is that as great as YouTube?
Um, Facebook, I have 700,000 followers there. And I think Instagram, because I'm not very active and I really don't know how to use it.
Okay.
I don't know how I made it to 40,000, but thank you, everybody.
42, I just
Is
checked.
See?
42,000 something.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a blessing. My growth to me is a blessing.
So do you only do Ghanaian dishes on social media?
I realized that most of my following is in Ghana.
Okay.
They love me in Ghana. So when I make other dishes, they don't care for it too much.
Like what?
So sometimes I'll bake a cake or something and I see that the views are not as great as if I make okra stew. So with social media, you gotta do what they want, you know. So if it's more Ghanaian food that they're asking for, that's what you make for them.
And when you make the Ghanaian food, as against when you make foreign dishes, what are the comments like? The comments that you get?
Oh, there are Ghanaians that appreciate it because they haven't tried it. Something like I recently made powdered milk. That is
From what?
from milk, from from fresh milk.
Okay.
But I have a video there already that's now at 1 million views. So I figured, why not make a better version? So that's what I did. And people appreciate it because I always try to put a lot of love in what I'm doing. And I encourage people to love cooking and enjoy it and experiment and stuff. So most of the dishes that I make is experiments because I didn't finish growing up in Ghana. I've been in the state longer than I was in Ghana. So most of the dishes that I make, I have to learn from here.
It's
If
fun for you as well.
it is,
And who gets to eat them?
my family and my neighbors.
Okay, that's interesting. So before you make these dishes, where do you get the recipe? And what do you do? Do you tweak it? What do you do?
Always. Because my husband and I, we don't eat a lot of salt. So initially, I'll say put half a teaspoon of salt and put this. But I realized it's not going to taste good to you, but it may taste good to me. So I changed it to taste, to your taste. So I think that helped a lot of people because if you're putting salt, you want it to taste good to you. Not because I said 1 teaspoon is enough, but because it tastes good for you, not for me. So that is one thing I know that I've changed. And other recipes say baking bread, Ghana sugar bread. I don't care how long somebody asked me to make something. If I don't know how to make it, I'm not gonna make it. I could watch it on YouTube and make it, but I'm stealing somebody else's recipe. So if my mom is in Ghana, I'll call her. She'll get somebody to go learn how to make it. They'll film it, send it to me, but they're making it in bulk. So I have to die it down, like bring it all the way. So when I learned how to make bread, the lady made a whole sack. And so I knew all the ingredients, but the measurements, and then because I went to school, I'm not able to do in a few like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's especially when it comes to baking
But those things
measurements.
they work.
A little bit of this and a little, yeah, that's the Ghanaian way.
Exactly. I think our grandmothers have got this wit to it.
Yes.
They're picking it. It doesn't look right,
Mhm.
but they're going to put a little bit of this and that,
Yes.
and it will turn out great.
It does. Like with the stew we're coming to make, there's no measurements.
Okay.
But with baking, as I'm taught, I think it's because I went to school, it messed me up a little bit. But
That's fine. I see. So is it fulfilling? I was going to ask if it's profitable, but the question before that is it fulfilling?
very. I am very excited when somebody reaches out to me to say, hey, because of you, I've started a business. And
You
many,
get
many
people telling you
people, oh,
that
plenty, a lot of
a business,
people,
a food business.
food business,
Okay.
like um, sobolo. People are making sobolo.
Yeah, I saw the sobolo and pineapple.
Yes,
I'm gonna try that.
yes.
I'll try and make that.
It's delicious,
It
it's
may be
easy.
disastrous, but
No, once you soak it overnight, it's just
okay.
ready. Not much. You can actually drink it without cooking it. But
Okay.
because you buy it from the market, you don't know, you
Yeah.
just want to boil
Okay.
it, So
And
that makes me happy.
okay, are all the comments coming in positive?
No,
There's the
no,
really what
no.
negative thing could
I
anybody
I
say about
get
food?
a lot of negative comments, but
Oh, what are they saying?
so sometimes people don't understand that there's a different way you cook and there's a different way I cook.
Mm-hmm.
So if I cook something, they'll say, oh no, that's not how it's done. My first real crazy comment was me making shito, red pepper sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Ga, that's what we call pepper. So somebody leaves a comment, oh no, you don't know what you're doing. That is not shito. That's that thing my mom makes for us to eat kenke with, and it's not shito. So it confused me a bit. And I realized that I looked at the name and the person isn't a Gan. So shito, which is pepper for us Gans,
Mm-hmm.
I think many people refer to the black pepper
Yes.
as shito,
Yes.
but that's because that originated from the Ga tribe.
Okay.
So we call it shito
Both.
already.
You call both shito.
Every pepper to us is shito,
Okay.
but the black one is made from the oil that they use to fry fish
Mm-hmm.
for the kenke.
Mm-hmm.
So we call that,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yes, because I grew up in a kenke home,
Okay.
and we call that kenan shito or shito din. A din, you know what din means?
Nope.
Black.
Okay.
So shito din meaning pepper black.
And it's because it's used oil from frying the fish.
Kenan is fish,
Okay.
fried fish. So Kenan Shito was the original name. And that lasts longer than the red pepper sauce that they add to it, which we call it Shito Nakbo. And the
Okay.
other one is Kenan Shito or Shito Ding. But I guess because I'm Ga and I refer to it, I was supposed to say Meko, but to me, Meko is not my language.
That's chi.
Aha. So the person didn't get it. Because when I responded, she said, no, that's Meko. That's not Shito or whatever. So that's when I realized I'm in for
How
a
do you deal with the
huge.
negative comments?
Initially, it will hurt. And then my husband told me, babe, if you know you're going to cry over these things, then you can do this. So when you get the comments, it hurts. But then you have to quickly let it go. Because my husband says, like in playing tennis, he's a tennis player. If a line person calls the ball out, you argue for a minute, let it go. Because if you don't let it go, the next thing you know, the match is over and you've lost. So yeah, I it hurts, but then it goes away.
Gets you to refocus on what you're
Refocus.
doing.
And some of the bad comments actually get you thinking, like, wait a minute, there's a little truth in what this person said. And then, but some of them are just plain nasty.
Mm. The way you said plain nasty. I'm just trying to think through how nasty or how bad could it
Oh,
be.
yeah,
But
it gets bad.
that's interesting and that's sad because you would wonder that's online bullying
Oh,
typically,
yeah,
and you
oh,
would
yeah.
wonder what food has got to do with that. But does it make money?
Yes,
Because I
yes.
think I saw a number of adverts on your videos.
Mm-hmm.
How did it all start? How did it become? Did you know from scratch that okay, this could be an avenue to make money, or it hit you as you went by?
So when I started, I just started it as a hobby
Okay.
because I didn't know I could earn money.
Okay.
And one day my son told me, Mommy, did you know you can make money off
How old is he?
YouTube? I think he was about 13.
Oh, really?
So
And
yeah,
he had money on his
yeah,
mind.
he
That's a
was
smart
like,
boy.
Mommy, So then he set up the ad for me. But at that time, I only had about 200 subscribers. And after he set it up, I saw that I started earning money. But once I got to $20, YouTube changed their ad, something about their ads. You now had to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of views before you can be monetized. So it came to a halt, and then I watched the $20 go down, 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 down until there was no money in there anymore. And when I started, it took me.
So they were taking the money
They
away
took
from
all
you.
the money back. So it took me about 2 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. It was a struggle.
What did you do to get that?
I started initially when I started, I was just on YouTube. And then I realized I can be on Facebook as well. So I will leave my link on Facebook and people will follow.
Okay.
And then I joined this group, Tell It Mom.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
It's a
would,
popular group
yes,
on
I
Facebook.
would, yes. I would post my videos there, and the ladies, they loved it. So I think that's how come my following came to Ghana, because it's really, I believe it's about 90% Ghanaians that are in that group. So once I started posting my videos there, people started enjoying it. They tried the recipes, and because it was easy, they kept coming back.
Okay. I think I'm a chatterbox and I'm talking too much. We have to start cooking.
And
We'll take a break on Good Afternoon Ghana. When we come back, we'll get to action. And she'll cook and I'll pretend. We'll get to cooking right after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Good Afternoon Ghana. It's time to cook, and as you can see, I've got my oil. What do? I pour it?
Yes.
Everything?
Everything.
Okay.
Palm oil is good for us, so let's enjoy it small.
Yes, and you know there's something medicinal about palm oil.
Mm-hmm.
I've always known that it's used for food poisoning. You drink a bit of it when you're taking something, and it really works. Mm-hmm. It really works.
And I remember when I was younger,
nice.
Right? Zomi pakpako.
Pakpako. Proper one.
Yeah, papebi.
Papebi.
Uh-huh.
See, my guy is not so bad. Feel.
Feel, but one day. When you hurt your toenail and it comes off, they use it as well.
Oh.
I remember and it hurts because they'll put it over.
Does it burn?
Yeah, they'll put it over like a metal that they've put in fire, and then you'll be screaming, but
that's gonna be painful.
It works. So once you heat up the oil a little bit, when it comes to palm oil, especially Zomi, I don't want to lose everything, so I don't really care for it to be too hot.
What does it add?
The flavor. I feel like the longer you cook it and it burns, you lose the flavor.
Oh, okay.
So
flavor is important. I'm getting ready. Do you see me folding
so
my
you're
sleeves?
gonna put this in. Today you cook.
Today I will cook. I'll put my enemies to shame.
Put them to shame.
Okay, so next.
So we're just sliced onions. We're just going to add that. Yeah.
So may I use?
Yep.
So can I stir?
Yes.
I've started my stirring.
So we're just going to let this fry for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll add some blended onions to it as well.
Why?
Which will intensify the flavor.
Oh, okay. Flavor is a big deal.
Yes.
I see. So you blend them alone, or you blend it with other stuff?
Yeah, so this one I have ginger, garlic, anise seed, and bakoshito together with the onions.
So that's gonna be spicy. It will be hot.
Is the fire on?
The fire is on.
Oh, thank God.
The fire is on.
So I'll put this here. Since you'll be doing a lot of stirring, maybe this spoon should be next to you.
Okay. So how long does something like this take to make?
So usually Ghanaian food takes a while. But
That's one of the reasons I don't like it.
But people think I make it so quickly and so easy, but it's the same amount of time. It's just editing. Do you smell that oil?
I like it. And I like palm oil a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you had palm oil jollof?
No, I haven't tried that. Then I should.
So good.
Because I even use gravy, palm oil to make gravy. Yeah. I see.
It's really
But these
good.
days they like to mix the zomi. It's
heard
not
it.
authentic. So I mean, if you're buying it from the villages, that's fine.
It's
But if you're buying
better,
it from
right?
Accra,
You have to be
you
careful.
have to be careful.
I was telling my sister that the palm oil I'm seeing isn't as red.
Yeah.
And somebody too was saying, you better thank God it's not as red. That means they're not
That
putting
could also
color.
be, colored. Yeah. Okay, it's coming up.
It's coming.
Do you get tired sometimes?
Of cooking?
Yeah.
Or
Or
when I'm
sometimes
being
feeling
lazy.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just when I'm being lazy. But the thing is, I'm so passionate about it. Whenever an idea comes to mind, I just go and start cooking. Some days I can cook like
Ideas for recipes.
Yeah.
So sometimes they just come.
They just come. Yeah.
Like what's the recent one you did?
The powdered milk.
Oh, okay.
It just came to mind and I was like, okay. I did one where I cooked the milk until it became thick and then I dried it and blended it. But I didn't like that one too much, so I was like, I have to do better. So I searched nothing and then I was like, okay, I do a lot of dehydration.
Okay.
So I said, why not try ni ofa no chole neke ne efe no bear myself you please, so here's your spoon.
Thank you. Ready for action.
So I said, let me try dehydrating milk to see how that works. And it worked. But then right before I posted it, I said, wait, most of my followers are in Ghana. So most of them may not have a dehydrator. So what can I do that they can do? So I did the second way in the oven and it worked.
So you're used to, because we're here with the whole crew, you're used to cooking like this with cameras. So who's taking the videos when you're cooking?
Me.
Tell me how that works.
So I have 2 tripods. My husband bought me a camera, but I'm too lazy to try to use it because to me I'm old. People don't think I'm old, but to me, I'm not very tech savvy. So I've been using my phone from day one because it's easy to just airdrop it to my iPad or MacBook. Well, even that, somebody recently taught me how to do that. So the phone I've been using my phone until April when my husband bought me the iPad for my birthday. So then I started using it and I like that better. And it's easy for me to film with my phone. So I usually will have 2 tripods. That way I can change angles without moving the whole thing.
So you set yourself up and then you do the cooking. Okay.
At times I'll be cooking and it's not recording.
Exactly. So you are chef, director, producer, editor. That's a lot.
Responding to comments. And some people are really mad at me because I can't do it all. It's impossible. So people are like, oh yeah, it's time to. People are like, you're not responding to my comments. I sent you 3 times and 4 times.
But it's to know you are cooking.
Yeah, it's not me.
See, I just forgot to stir. And if you forget, something
it'll
will burn.
Yeah. So, but I try.
They send comments while you're recording?
Well, people comment all the time because now I'm being watched all over the world.
Do you do lives as well?
No, I'm too shy. I've done a couple, but it's hard for me.
Okay.
So, yeah. But people tell me I do really well because I respond to a lot of comments.
Because did you have any background in any media skills? But you're doing a whole lot. You're doing being a chef, editor, producer, director, mom. I forgot to add that. So when you're making this, where are your children and you are recording yourself?
They stay out of the kitchen unless I want them there. And it was so funny when I first started. everybody had to be quiet in the house because I didn't know how to take the background sounds out. So when I start, "Mofiama fading," no talking, and it was hard for them. But now I know how to do that. So
So
it's
they
not,
can make all
so
the
they,
noise.
yeah, so they can go
so
ahead.
So you're doing
We're gonna
video
put,
editing.
yeah,
That's a lot of work.
yeah, it is.
It's meticulous. You need to get it right.
And with the voiceover, I have to wake up in the middle of the night sometimes when everywhere is quiet to be able to
This is a
do
full-time job.
that. Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you have plans of hiring a crew to help? This
I
smells
wish
really
I could,
nice.
but I can't afford it, not yet.
So we should turn up the heat a bit.
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
it is boiling, so.
But
Yeah.
this in itself is edible, right? Just the
Once
ginger
it
and the
fries a little, because the ginger and stuff, it's not sweet. It's a little bitter.
garlic. Okay.
Because, not bitter, but once you fry it for a few minutes.
Okay.
Egbelemi.
So we're turning up the
Okay,
heat a
thank
bit.
you. Yeah. Tumo.
So how long will all of this take?
So with this, typically, once this fries for about 5 to 10 minutes,
Okay.
we are gonna add the tomatoes and allow that to fry
Okay.
for maybe 20 minutes, because you don't want to eat and start running.
Yeah.
You want it
it's
to
not
be
well cooked.
yes. So
I like the smell of the blended garlic
yes,
and ginger and all
and
that.
the anise seed. I think they call
What's
it
the
in
anise?
Kitty.
Ah, okay. You're all about healthy stuff.
I try.
I see. Interesting. You were telling me you're a natural. What does that mean?
Well, I wanted to start my YouTube channel doing my hair, but then no.
Food one.
Food one. And also when I posted a video of me doing my own nails,
You
braiding.
do your own nails.
Yeah.
Can I see your nails?
Braiding my own hair.
So
And
wait, when you're doing this one.
not this one. I didn't do this one.
Okay.
But
how do you do your own nails?
there's a video that I posted.
I'm
so
going to
with
watch
the
that.
acrylic, yeah,
Okay.
and I braided my own hair.
So what, you
and
pick
I
it and
twisted.
put it on?
Yeah, I everything the same
file it,
process as the
And then
nail
you
people.
do. I'm right-handed, so you use your left.
Yes.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's just a gift. But I realized those videos don't get as many views as the cooking videos.
Yes, people love
So,
food.
Yeah.
More. I see.
And also, people that are outside Ghana. The main reason why I wanted to do a lot of those, when I was pregnant, I'll crave agulikaklo,
Whoa.
but you can't get it. And you crave the things that you grew up with and you can't get it there. So putting it online helps other people. Because when I was pregnant, YouTube wasn't there. So I didn't get that. But now, if you're not in Ghana, you're outside Ghana. And I recently made Kobe, although I haven't posted it yet.
You made your own Kobe?
Yeah, I even made Willy.
How did you make Kobe?
With salt.
So you get the fish?
You get the fish.
Any kind of fish?
No, it's tilapia. Kobe is tilapia.
Yeah.
So you just get the fish and then you add
But if you use
salt.
any kind of fish, won't you get the
It
same
will be more
result?
like momoni. With
Oh.
momoni, they use other type of fish. I think
true
you
they
can
use dolphin?
I don't know. I heard that.
Yeah, I also heard that.
I don't know, but
Okay.
like you can use mackerel, and you can use any fish of your choice.
How did you make your willy?
The wele,
I don't eat meat,
but you like
sometimes
wele.
I
I
eat
love
wele.
wele.
Yeah, it's the texture.
Yeah.
Once you're chewing on it, it's got this texture.
And to me, it's healthy. It's good for your skin.
Oh,
And-
really?
Oh, yeah.
How so?
Because of the collagen in the
Oh.
wele is good for your skin.
I didn't know that.
People thought wele is a useless meat. Or
I've
whatever,
heard that
but
several times.
It's not. It's true. Let's see. Let's stay and hope it's not burning. Oh, good. So I think at this point we can add the tomatoes.
Great.
Yeah. should have fried this a little bit to hurry us up.
Ah.
You know, you can cook down the tomatoes to get thick, like a tomato sauce.
Yeah. That quickens the
Yeah,
meal
the
process.
cooking process, yeah. But with this one, we can just all get up and allow this thing to boil until it.
Is that enough?
And I didn't add any water to the tomatoes when I blended it.
Oh.
So it has all that juice.
Then those are very juicy tomatoes.
Yeah. So now we'll just leave it alone to, we'll cook this down like halfway.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, once.
So the wele goes in. That's a lot of wele.
Because I'm going to be the one that enjoy. You know, over there you don't get it. So when you do,
You miss
really
these
enjoy
things.
it. I mean, you could get it, but
Well, I learned something. You said wele is good for the skin.
yeah.
Because of the collagen.
We're gonna put the crabs into.
Okay.
The reason why I like adding crabs to my contomere because it gives it an amazing flavor. If you haven't tried
And why
it,
do you split each into two?
it's easier to handle and the deliciousness is inside. So why cover it? Some people, they won't eat the crab, but the flavor that's coming out of the crabs is heavenly. So they would enjoy it really
I love
well.
crabs.
You do?
Yep.
That's good. So, although we're trying to make seafood something, Willie has stolen the
Wele
show.
has stolen the show.
And I'm going to add this later because it's soft.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You don't want it to break.
Yeah. And the crabs, they don't take a long time to cook, but because I'm not really going for the nutrients, I'm just going for the flavor.
Okay.
That's why I've added it now. I'm also going to add a little bit of shrimp powder.
Okay.
Because we're not using like a lot of things
This is what
to make
typically
it
is
taste
used for
good.
shito. The other shito.
Yes. But if you don't add shrimp powder to your stews, try adding it.
I don't. I think I should.
It's very flavorful.
Okay.
Very, very. You can use shrimp powder alone and you don't have to add any other seasoning but
Okay.
salt.
Really?
Yeah. But we're going to add some salt depending on some of my sweet Adjeley all-purpose seasoning. But I want to add the fish first because
okay.
the fish have salt in it.
Okay, that's
and
what,
I don't
tuna
want it to
or
be.
salmon?
This is mackerel.
Mackerel, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
How am I doing with the stirring?
You're doing very well.
So this is agushi.
I don't know how three people call it too, but agushi, egusi,
Egusi.
just like the
I think
Nigerians.
Nigerians rather say agusi.
Yeah,
Okay.
we gonna say agushi.
I think everybody says agushi.
So just akatwa.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think because of YouTube, I've heard somebody say that.
Okay.
So now we'll just cover it because we want. The reason some people think that agushi is eggs, so they add it.
Actually use eggs.
They add, yeah, you can use eggs, but when I make stews and I'm using eggs, this is too much to add eggs to
Yeah.
it. So I'll just take the portion that we're gonna eat and add the egg to that because you don't want egg in the refrigerator and then you
For
eat
too
it again.
long, yeah.
So you can divide this into like 4, put eggs in what you're gonna eat immediately, and then every time you're gonna, it sort of refreshes the stew whenever you add fresh eggs to it.
So everything, we've got the wele, we've got crabs, we've
Everything,
got fish and agushi.
Yeah, the only thing left is the
spinach.
contomere.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why you add this before this is that once you add the green releases some green color into the sauce, and you don't want your agushi to be green. And also, if you don't properly cook it, omusubacho.
Bad tummy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Omusubacho. Okay, so this right here is agushi flour.
Okay, this is agushi stew,
Yeah.
essentially.
So if you don't add the spinach, kontomire,
It's now a lot.
it's a lot. I realize our pot is going to be filled.
You might have to use just part of the
Yeah,
contomere.
no, we can't use it all. You see it,
Yeah.
right?
It's a lot.
A lot. Yeah, let me
This
pass
looks
this.
good.
This is one of my mom's favorite stews, actually. So we're going to flavor it up with some of my seasoning.
So you make your own seasoning as well.
Yes.
So this is what?
This is the all-purpose seasoning.
Okay. So it's got ginger.
Ginger, garlic, onions, celery, carrots.
Oh.
Yes.
I stir.
Yes. And then we can taste it to see.
It smells really good.
Isn't it? The seasoning, you like it?
Yeah, that's really
you.
good.
You take one
It's brought
home.
something. It's brought a certain flavor.
Yeah.
I'm already hungry.
So the only thing left now is kontomire, and then since we're trying to be healthy,
No wonder
like
you are
them.
buzzing on social media. This is good.
Thank you.
This is really good.
So I don't eat a lot of salt, so you may have to help.
I don't eat a lot of salt either.
That's good. So then we'll be good.
Because when I do my stew and maybe the protein, the yam or the rice, yam, whatever, I don't put salt in both.
Okay.
Maybe just the stew.
Oh, good.
I don't
Because
like
my husband can eat eggs without anything. He can actually just use this for everything. But once we put the kontomire, what's going to happen is we're going to put it and then cover.
Okay, so,
So
that
that the
gets soft.
steam, yeah.
Okay.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Kontomire, oh my gosh.
Greens are always great. This is gonna be tasty.
I praise so.
I smell it already. I see right now the crew are paying attention.
It's almost at the finish line, guys. So we can cover and let nature take its course.
Okay.
We just cover it for like 3 minutes before we attempt to let the steam.
I think that stirring, you have to do it. The final stirring looks. It's scary. I've been picture.
We give the spinach a little time and we will be ready.
There's some song called Wabin. Wabin, oh, we should play it. Oh yeah. Papa.
You should add a little more salt.
For me, it's okay, but you
It's
can't.
okay. The boys. If this was America or somewhere, that means they won't cook it any longer. I gave so many choices. Rice, yam, and ripe plantains.
Me, I'll go for ripe plantain.
Me too.
Yes. Papa.
Hey, obomode. Oh, so now it's just gonna simmer.
You should be here. I think food is ready. And what do I want to say?
The aroma.
The aroma tells me Ingo Papa. Ingo Papa.
Exactly.
It means it's going to be great.
Ibangowa.
Ibangowa is going to be great. So what next? Obviously, we're going to taste and eat.
It's going
So
to
this
be
is
good.
cooked.
Well,
May
to
I
some
stay?
of us it is, but some people like to cook it longer. But I usually don't like to cook my veggies too long.
Yeah, it takes away all the nutrients.
Yes.
So I've spotted a few wele in there.
Uh-huh.
This one is definitely coming to me.
It's sticking out, like, take me.
Yeah. So we're going to, so typically what will we have this with?
My favorite thing to have contemporary stew with is ripened plantains.
Okay.
But you can
Boiled?
also, boiled, yeah. You can also enjoy with rice.
Yep.
Or yam,
Yep.
green plantain. You know, possibilities are
That's
endless.
the unripe one. Okay. But before we eat your free food, I'd just like to get to know you personally, aside Sweet Adjeley. That's the Instagram sensation, not just Instagram, YouTube. You've got over 600,000 people trying to taste your food. But I'm here, I'm going to taste it. Tell us a bit about yourself, your family. You've got children.
Yes, I have 4 children.
Wow.
One I birthed, one a gift through marriage.
Oh.
And I have nieces and nephews. I was raised by a single mother and my aunties. So I'm like from Yashin, like a girl's house.
Okay.
So, yeah, I started cooking when I was 10 and I'm still cooking. So
And you never get bored?
No.
That's amazing. I know that you already have your spices gig underway, but
Yes.
what next for Sweet Adjeley?
So for me, I want to expand the brand, not just the seasoning. I have other things in mind, like maybe fufu powder and other stuff like that. But, you know, as I said, coming to Ghana and the idea that I had to start the seasoning, I know I have to go back and re-strategize to see where we take it from here, because the ingredients that I thought I was gonna get here, I can't find. So
you have to re-strategize. Okay. I don't want to end the show. But, I mean, if take a look at this, if you're looking at this, you understand why it's time for us to go.
yes.
Sorry, guys, but at this point, we'll forget about you guys. We'll show you the pictures and the videos behind the scenes on social media. But this has been Good Afternoon Ghana, the Friday edition with Sweet Adjeley. She's made us a delicious and healthy meal. The crew is itching. And we've been here for some time, so everybody is hungry. And she's graciously made us this. So I guess it's time to dig in.
Yes.
Thank you so much. If I
You're
may get a blow.
welcome.
Great. We wish you all the best.
Thank
and
you.
we hope to see your future projects go on. And
Thank
hey,
you.
we'll be there to support.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Appreciate you coming.
All right. Thank you also for watching. I'm Francisca Kakra Forsen. We'll do this again next week. Bye-bye.